Hi, I'm Tony Pisani, a psychologist and family therapist with a focus on suicide prevention. I founded SafeSide Prevention to address a key challenge many organizations face in suicide prevention: how to engage and unite a diverse workforce serving diverse populations in diverse locations to think, act, and communicate with a common set of principles and practices. We'll give you a quick introduction to how we address this challenge and the role you'll play as a host.
I'm Kristina Mossgraber. I'm an advocate for youth and adults who struggle with mental health and suicide concerns. As a suicide attempt survivor myself, I use my lived experience to convey a vision of hope and recovery at SafeSide and beyond.
Hi, I'm Mel Clark. I've been a carer for my brother who has struggled with mental health and suicide concerns for over 15 years. Through my lens of lived experience, I advocate for trauma-informed and family-inclusive practices for youth and adults within SafeSide programs and across systems. In this video, we will give you a quick introduction to SafeSide's InPlace Learning.
SafeSide's programs center around the SafeSide Framework for recovery-oriented suicide prevention. This framework is a map of best practices in suicide prevention that gives individuals, teams, organizations, and even entire regions a common language and consistent structure for suicide prevention. The framework is organized in 4 core tasks: connect, assess, respond, and extend.
Connect, asking directly about suicide and the person's story and experience. The goal is to collaborate for safety and more than safety towards recovery and well-being.
Assess involves gathering and synthesizing information with the purpose of understanding the person's experience and informing person-specific preventive actions. Respond covers those person-specific actions, plans, and resources for the person at risk as well as others in their lives. This includes how to work as a team to provide the best care and document that care.
Extend. For the people you serve, most of life happens when they aren't with you. Extending the impact of your care beyond the individual and beyond your setting can help you feel more confident that the responses and plans you develop together will hold up when unexpected stressors arise.
The framework is taught through InPlace Learning, an approach that blends online learning with live connection and interaction. InPlace includes 3 components: the InPlace Workshop, our community of practice and office hours, and refreshers and updates.
The InPlace Workshop is a video-guided group experience. Think of it as online modules your team completes together, instead of by yourself. So you have the benefits of online learning, convenient, repeatable, and the benefits of live group interaction, a shared experience. Tony and I, and other faculty, teach core concepts and skills in suicide prevention with the help of demonstration videos. These videos show real care professionals with actors playing youth and adults expressing suicidal thoughts. Discussions and practice exercises are interwoven to help groups talk through how to apply the skills within their specific context with those that they serve.
In your account, there's a download that walks you through getting started with InPlace Learning and hosting a workshop. The first step is to plan your workshop. Decide on how many sessions you'll want to complete the workshop. It can be broken up into multiple sessions or completed in one day. Will you host in-person sessions or over video conference? Either way, if you can schedule a meeting with your team, you can host an InPlace workshop. Then, invite your participants. Be sure to let them know to bring a device with them so they can complete the post-training evaluation that appears in the video toward the end of the workshop.
As a host, you'll have a few tasks. Each InPlace Learning workshop has a workbook. Print enough for each participant or email them ahead of hosting remotely. Test playing the videos or sharing them remotely ahead of time. We provide guidance on our website. You can also connect with us there about any technical questions. During the workshop, convey enthusiasm, advance the videos, and encourage participants to talk during discussions and practice exercises. Here's how they'll be prompted. You'll see a special screen with a title, instructions, and a timer. That's how we prompt discussions in this video-based training. Follow the instructions as a group, and when the timer is done, click on the Continue button to advance to the next part of the training. Towards the end of the workshop, you and the group will be prompted to complete an online evaluation. You'll see a prompt and timer on the screen. Ensure you and the group complete this important step. It certifies you completed the workshop. You'll receive a certificate, and then each person will be prompted to create their own SafeSide account using their work email.
If people have questions during the workshop, it may be more timely to encourage them to write them down and post them in the community of practice or ask them at office hours. Completing the evaluation and creating SafeSide account is vital because it's how they gain access to these components of InPlace Learning. As the host, you can also jot down questions that come up and share them with your program or practice leader. For next steps, you should watch the 7-minute introductory module to get a feel for it before you host. Then browse what else you'd want to preview. Our community of practice is our online forum where you can ask questions and get resources anytime, anywhere. Through your SafeSide account, you'll have access to us and others using the SafeSide Framework. In addition to the online community, you can participate in live, regularly scheduled office hours where you can ask questions and share your experiences with our team and others using SafeSide in their work. We schedule multiple sessions each month, so you're sure to find at least one in your time zone. Remember, if people in your workshop have questions, you don't need to have an answer. Simply honour the question and encourage them to ask it in the community of practice or bring it to office hours.
And that brings us to updates and refreshers. Once you have a SafeSide account, you have access to the videos from the InPlace Learning workshop. So you can go back and refresh on your own or with your team anytime. We update the workshops regularly based on emerging best practices and feedback, so you'll always have the most recent version. We also post quick, self-paced opportunities to keep learning and growing with us and others. These learnings are aimed to help keep you positive and refreshed as you're doing this important work.
To summarize, the SafeSide Framework provides a common language for best practices across a system or region, and InPlace Learning is a flexible, sustainable approach to learning the framework or other things. It has 3 components: our InPlace Workshop, that's the video-guided group experience hosted by a member of your team;
Community of practice and regularly scheduled live office hours where you'll have ongoing engagement with SafeSide and others doing this really important work; and updates and refreshers, quick learning opportunities posted regularly to help us all keep up to date and learning together.
Thank you for your help making this an engaging, enjoyable, and successful experience for your group and organization.
We look forward to welcoming you to our community.